What is the rule of saying that Sharia happened to him? This is used when a person dies in what is perceived to be avoidable death due to negligence of the government. For example, a doctor dying in an elevator accident because the elevator was faulty for a long time and was not repaired. The system failed such a person is like, right off. The statement is not correct. The statement is not correct. It is something which is indicative of a poor understanding of the divine decree of Allah Ta'ala. Rather, death and our appointed time of death, our causes of death, our place of death, it is something which is decreed for all of us. It is something which is decreed for all of us. Now, I'm reminded of a qissa that has been mentioned by some of the Imams of the Salaf. And they say that the Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, on one occasion, he had a companion along with him. And this individual who was amongst Sulaiman's companions, he looked up and he saw someone staring at him with an intense stare. So he went to Sulaiman and he asked him, "Do you see that the person staring at me?" Sulaiman looked up and he said, "Yes, I see him staring at you." So he asked Sulaiman, "Well, who is it?" Sulaiman said, "Oh, that's just the angel of death." So the man said, "Well, why is he staring at me this way?" Sulaiman said, "Why do you think he's staring at you that way?" So the man said, "Quick, give me a horse. Let me ride out to Syria." Sulaiman said, "Okay, go ahead, take a horse." So the man took one of Sulaiman's horses and rode off to Syria. Upon which the angel of death came to Sulaiman. And Sulaiman asked him, "Why were you staring at him that way and you didn't take his soul?" The angel of death said, "Because I was supposed to take his soul in Syria. I was wondering what he was doing here." So we see that our appointed time of death, our appointed place of death, and our provisions that we were written to receive before we died, all of these things enter into the divine decree of Allah Ta'ala. So whether it is in Nigeria or whether it is somewhere else, whether a person has everything that he feels as though he needs in life, or he doesn't have anything, death will come to him at the time that Allah Ta'ala has written and decreed for him. So the likes of these statements, Nigeria happened to him, America happened to him, or this place happened to him. These places, they're just places. They're just places, and they don't control anything. They're just places, and they are created by Allah Ta'ala. They are under the control of Allah Azza wa Jal, a wise Lord who is more merciful to us than we are to ourselves. And these places don't have any control over the decree of Allah Ta'ala. So we advise leaving off the likes of these statements. Nigeria happened to this person, or Pakistan happened to that person, or Japan happened to this person, or Egypt happened to that person. Leave off the likes of these statements and accept the divine decree of Allah Ta'ala. Allah knows best.